Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Tim and Tom Show. I wanted
Nice.
I wanted to say that. 5 great games. I'm Tom Vasel, and joining me today is
Tim Henley. How you doing, folks?
Tim. If people wanted to know where they've seen you before, what would you say?
Apart from what we were talking about just now, I do a segment for you guys, Board Game Breakfast, and it's called Two Play or Not to Play. So it's my wife and I doing two-player games or games played as two players to try and encourage your partner in, really. So we're on Facebook and on YouTube as Two Play or Not to Play.
And she has almost won Tim over to gaming. It's close, but he is getting there.
Yeah, I'm slowly there.
Folks, if you've never seen 5 more great games, every year I make my top 100 games of all time, but it irritates me that there's so many other games I can't talk about. So we're going farther down the list. I believe we're at 170 and such today, but the ranking gets a little meaningless at this point. So I'm talking about the games. I invite someone on who has played at least one of them. I don't know which games people have played. And Tim is... I'm just going to guess. I'm going to guess on these, and if not, I'm going to either tell them they should play them or if it's not worth their time. So we'll start here with...
So bear in mind I'm in the UK, so that may have a bearing on your decisions.
That is one bearing. The other bearing is the fact that I know that you haven't been entrenched in a hobby for like a decade or so. So I'm keeping that in mind too, in particular with today's game. So we'll start with Command & Colors Ancients. This is the pinnacle, in my opinion, of the Commands & Colors series, which started with Battle Line, then Memoir 44. This one here, which you can see, these are wooden blocks that you have to sticker. That's terrifyingly hard. It takes forever, but it is a very good game. It is my favorite of this genre, I think. I mean, Memoir is faster and easier to get to the table. I'm going to say that you have not played this, if only because the stickers are intimidating.
You are 100% correct.
Oh, there's one with miniatures.
I played Memoir 44, which is my kind of journey into this sphere, but I've not played any of the Command & Colors variants or versions. So just Memoir 44, which I love, and in fact, Bear, my wife, also does too.
Yeah, so you might like this one. It's a little bit more involved than Memoir. You still roll the dice. You're trying to roll symbols. Like in this case, you're rolling blue symbols to kill these guys. But if units are next to each other, there's a little bit more detail about where they are on the map, and leaders help a lot in this game. I feel like it has more strategy than, for example, Memoir, but Memoir is faster and easier. Also, it looks prettier because it has little minis, while this has the blocks.
Well, my wife's very, very much into the World War II theme, so yeah, kind of.
That's true. Well, we're also closer to it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's Command & Colors Ancients. The next is Search for Planet X. The Search for Planet X. This is brand new. Just came out last year. Very, very popular. I feel very positive you have played this one because it's making the rounds.
Well, the thing is, no, I have not, because it's so new. So I'm not a man of great wealth, and so I have to wait for games to come around a little bit later down the road. So no, not played this at all.
Wow.
And in fact, I have to say, weirdly, because I'm massively into sci-fi, I've not played any space games, any, and I mean any.
Well, to be clear, this one is not so much sci-fi as it is actual science. I mean, yes, there is no Planet X that we know of, but you're like looking for a Planet X. Sure. But it's more like actual astronomy. But this is a deduction game. Do you like deduction games?
I do, yeah.
And this is a really good one. It uses an app that you don't need connection to the internet. The app is kind of just, it has the solution that everyone's looking for. So you're trying to solve these things, and wow, now I'm looking at these 3D printed counters, and I want them very much. I'm always distracted by that sort of thing. But you're using clues and knowing that Planet X, it can be here, it can't be next to these.
Okay.
It's really well done, and it works with 2. So when you do have the opportunity to get this one, you should check it out.
I will check it out.
Man, this was the one I was most confident on. All right, Sanctum. Now, Sanctum is a CGE game that I've actually played this game solo. It's a Diablo theme based here, where in this game you fight different creatures using rolling dice to match the numbers on them, and then if you defeat those creatures, they'll turn into equipment, just like this one here turns into Knight's Helm. You have a big board, and you're manipulating dice and playing them. The game has a slight letdown at the end. The big final boss is not as exciting as the rest of the game. Otherwise, this could make my top 100. Apparently, these people like to paint miniatures. But I don't know now. Let me think. You haven't played the first two. There's only 3 left, including this one. You said that newer games don't get you as easy. I'm going to say yes.
Are you? Would you call this Ameritrash?
No, it's not. It's a hybrid.
Okay. Well, so no is the answer.
Oh.
And so I'm fooling you all the way now. I assumed this was Ameritrash, and I don't really go for Ameritrash per se. So no, not played it because of that. But
well,
that's just
the theme is. But what you're doing is you roll some dice to fight a monster. You pick a monster to fight. You roll some dice, and then you move these dice around, and I'll put these dice on the monster, and I turn that monster into equipment. I think people who like big combat games might actually be disappointed by this one for that same reason. But if you don't like the theme, I don't know that I would go near this either.
Right.
All right, well, we're down to 2 games here. First, we have Pipeline. Now, Pipeline is a very strong economic game. In this game, you are collecting oil. You are using that oil to complete contracts. You get this oil by building pipelines. So you can see here in the table in this picture here, you can see people are building these pipelines. This is like a lot of games have these different pipes crossing each other. And so you're trying to make long pipes of different colors. But then you use the oil. It's kind of a buy low, sell high. Now, there's only this and another game left. And it's very possible you just played one of these to be deceptive. But this one is so... It's fairly heavy. I'm just going to say yes as a matter of course because there's only 2 left.
No!
Well, that does narrow it down the 5th one for me.
I thought you might get the next one right. So no, I've not played this, but it is right up my street. So yeah, I would probably love this. I like all that kind of stuff. It's very me, but no, not seen it actually. So yeah, sadly not.
Well, you have to like 2 things in this one. You have to like the economic part.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And then you have to like this part here, which is the connecting of the pipes. And some people like one but not the other.
I think I like the whole thing. I think it looks very much me. Whether it's from my wife, I don't know. So by the way, my wife is Lizzie, but she's also Bear. So if I say Lizzie or Bear, they're both the same person. It's not like I'm seeing someone else.
I just don't know many people whose nickname is Bear.
No, but there it is. Well, it's because she's grizzly in the morning.
Is that the real reason?
No.
All right. Okay, so moving on to Las Vegas Royale. I'll make a wild guess you have played this one.
I have played this one.
All right.
I love this game.
So have you played this version too?
Well, so no, I was going to say, because you really rate this version, don't you? So I played the original version, and I've not played it with these expansions, so the Royale version. And I love it as is, but I think I'd really like this because it adds a whole nother level of fun, I guess. But, I mean, we really like it as a family party game, really. And everyone that I taught it to absolutely adores it because it's just so simple to pick up. And it's got that real kind of take that sort of right at the last minute on a roll. It's just great fun. It's a really good game to play, and especially with families. So.
I think if you like the regular game, Las Vegas Royale is just a fancy version. I think you would like this. It has, like you said, it has the different special abilities, but you could also ignore that and play the base game.
Yeah.
It also has the big die. I don't believe that's in the original game.
No, it's not. No.
That counts as 2 of your dice.
2, yeah, right.
So you can roll that. So in this game, folks, you're just rolling dice, and then you decide. You look at the dice you've rolled, and you decide which number to put them on. So if I roll 3 6s, I might want to go there, but the amount of money that I get at the 6 spot might be less than the 3 spot. Very easy game. This was nominated for Spiel des Jahres. Very popular. You will win more money in this than you actually will win in Las Vegas. This particular version is my favorite version, but be warned, when I say it's deluxe, I mean it's close to normal. Aaliyah doesn't know how to make deluxe games, really.
Does this still only play to 5?
I'm only seeing 5 dice in this picture here, so maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I guess you could play with 6 if you just added more dice.
That's right, yeah. That's what we've done for our version, but yeah. That's a shame they didn't upgrade that as well, because that's a bit of a flaw. Because most people play in couples. I think when we played it, there's always kind of husband and wives, And
well, when that happens, it's up to you to sit out as the host.
No, we had extra dice. It works. Well, in fact, we don't add extra dice. We take out dice but add an extra color, so there's an extra player.
I just realized, folks, this whole time I wasn't showing you guys the pictures. Well, there's a picture of Las Vegas. Here's a picture of Pipeline. Here's a picture of Sanctum. I just realized. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't see that. Here's a picture of Sanctum. Here's a picture of Search for Planet X. Here's a picture of Command and Colors Ancients.
But they've been looking at Tim and Tom. What more do people want?
This is terrible. I'm so sorry, folks. But I do want to show you the picture here of all the blocks with the stickers on, because that's important. There, look at that. Look at that. That's and impressive. I think there was another one here where they're all in a big pile. Look at that. You'll also be irritated at this person for not doing this. Once again, Search for Planet X. Woo! Sanctum. Pictures. Pipeline. I'm so sorry, folks. I didn't realize there was no pictures. Las Vegas Royale. Pictures.
Just to clarify, I could see the pictures.
Yes, I know. That's why Tim didn't notice, because I was sharing the pictures with him. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, folks, it's time to let you vote. So we're going to put the poll in the comments, and you can pick which of these you like the best. So go ahead and vote on this. So while the people are starting to vote, Tim, what game do you think they'll pick? So let's go through them again so I can show the pictures. We got Commands and Colors Ancients, Search for Planet X, Sanctum, Pipeline, and Las Vegas Royale.
I'm thinking Sanctum then.
I think this will be a clear winner for the Search for Planet X, because it's been getting so much buzz last year. Right. But I might be wrong on this. Well, I'm waiting a little bit to let people...
Sure.
To get people go. I think Commands and Colors will be last, because I think you have to be a very specific type of... Well, it's not so much that, but you have to be a war gamer to want to play that.
Right, okay, sure.
Wait a minute, you said you didn't want to play an Ameritrash game, and you were talking about Memoir.
He doesn't know what Ameritrash is.
Yes, it is!
No way.
Don't you know? Never mind. All right, here we go.
War game.
All right, which of these games do you like best? Looks like Search for Planet X is just beating out.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, then Sanctum, then Commands and Colors. Oh, Pipeline's last. I should have actually thought about Pipeline, because, like I said, I think there's a very small group of people who like that, even though I am in that group. I actually like all these games.
See, Las Vegas, that's obviously well liked. That's quite good.
It is. It's such an easy game to bring to the table, too. If someone came and they didn't know what to play, then this would be the kind of game that I would bring and show them.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you've not played it, folks, play it, because it's a great game. Although I can't obviously say that